Hello friends, welcome back to MargaretsPearlsTV, and I hope you're keeping well. I sincerely appreciate your time listening to what I have shared on this channel so far. You have encouraged me and I cannot thank you enough. For those who are new here is a warm welcome to MargaretsPearlsTV family. This channel is dedicated to bringing you content relating to faith, lifestyle and social issues. In case you are wondering what my faith is, I am a born-again Christian. I love Jesus and I am committed to practically serving and loving humanity, including yourself. I am based in the United Kingdom. Today we are looking at faith and works. That's right, faith and works. A balanced perspective for our children, including those with additional needs, returning to school after lockdown and summer holidays. In the Bible, James 2:26 says, "For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead." This Bible verse emphasizes that deeds or actions, in this case as a parent, are the byproduct of a living faith. Our deeds as parents are the fruits that grows through our children. As a Christian, you can pray. You can teach your child God's words. Speak God's words over them. However, there are things you must do as part of your parenting responsibilities. You cannot practice your faith and fold your hands. Your child needs your practical input. I have learned that parenting is not for the faint-hearted. There is no single manual containing entirely what a parent should do or not do to bring up a child. As a parent, as long as you are a good enough parent and determined to look after and keep your child safe from harm, you are on the right path. As summer holiday is over and many children are returning to school, our children are either returning to their previous schools or a new school environment. I do hope if a new school, particularly for children with additional needs, there was some form of transition despite COVID-19 guidelines. One of the reasons to education placement and service breakdowns for children and adults with disability is a lack of tailored transition programs into new environments. And this could result in the student or child or adult presenting behavior that challenge as a result of frustration and breakdown of services. It is therefore necessary to share some nuggets. By the way, these nuggets are non-exhaustive practical advice for parents and caregivers. It doesn't mean it will work for all children, but hopefully some of it would benefit our children at different stages of development and can be adapted for each child during their various physiological and psychological developmental stages. With diverse experiences and backgrounds of our children during the pandemic, parents begin to wonder how best to prepare and support a child for their return to school and staying in school. Now, let's look at these 7 recommendations. Firstly, relationship and talking opportunities. It is inevitable that our children may be concerned about the virus or potential changes in places, change in school, or even moving into a higher institution. As parents, we need to acknowledge this remains a difficult and an unpredictable time. It's crucial to create specific and flexible talking times and encourage our children to access pastoral care in their various schools and institutions. Depending on your child's maturity, he or she may be able to tell you what works for them. As parents, we need to identify the importance of returning to school as a massive step and empathize with our children. Most parents know the capacity of their children, and talking to them sensitively based on their needs is crucial. Imposing our ideas on them will not work, but rather subtly starting a discussion and assuring them of our availability to talk makes a difference to how they feel. As parents, we need to learn to stay with the difficult feelings rather than trying to fix the difficulty straight away. Exploring the feeling by wanting to know more about it is an indication of empathy. In addition, what a child says may differ to what they present in terms of their behavior. Hence, as parents, we need to be alert, aware, and be able to deal with these contradictions. What about the children's sleep pattern? Sleep is very vital for your child's well-being and mental health, as well as their physiological development. During school holidays, a child's sleep pattern changes to accommodate non-school days. It is advisable to begin to reinstate a sleep routine that would ensure a child has adequate sleep every night. A poor sleep pattern will affect a child's performance in school, personal behavior and relationships with other children, teachers, non-teaching staff, approach to learning and learning generally. Let's look at the positives. It might be useful to talk with your child about the things they have enjoyed during the pandemic and school holidays, and what they may be looking forward to, like their favorite shop opening, seeing friends in the park, getting ice cream from their favorite cafes, playing games with their friends, or having virtual events depending on their age. Parents need to be creative with our availabilities. Children may want to come and talk when you least expect. As parents, we need to make available a space for talking. For example, by going for a walk, over email, baking, cooking together, there may be less pressure in these circumstances than when sitting face to face. Check in with them periodically. Don't assume they are okay because it seems like it. Ask the young person how things are going. Ask them questions like, what have you enjoyed about being back in school? Are there any worries or challenges? As parents, we want to be able to navigate coping strategies. There are strategies a child would use when feeling stress. And this could include speaking with friends or family, doing regular exercise, or using breathing techniques. A child could also benefit from parents' experiences of anxiety and appropriate coping mechanisms. As parents, we need to normalize anxiety about going back to school. Try sharing an example of a time you felt anxious about going into a new situation. Encourage them to focus on the present and avoid thinking too far ahead. Thinking too far ahead can feel overwhelming. Focus on what is in their control, such as hand washing, wearing masks, getting prepared for returning, such as packing their bags, rather than what they can't control. Number 6, get them interested in learning again through play. Learning through games, perhaps with friends, and what interests them. A child needs to be assured of support available for their learning in schools and explore who they find comfortable to approach. A child with additional needs will thrive in an environment where there is a key worker they can relate to. Lastly, look out for changes in behavior, presenting physical symptoms, and their views. It can be difficult for a parent to understand the underlying factors behind these changes. If concerned, you may want to speak to a child's head of year, pastoral team in school, or your doctor. Teenagers can become irritable and lose interest in things they used to enjoy. Try to avoid newspaper headlines predicting the adverse effect of the pandemic on your child, and pay attention to what you can do to help settle your child or young person back into school now. Bouncing issues with trusted people in your network can also be important, including seeking passionate males for your male child or children if you are a single female parent. I wonder what other strategies you know and found effective with your child or children. Perhaps you want to share in the comment section. I hope you find this episode and its content useful. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe. Thanks ever so much for listening. Until we meet again, please stay safe, take care of yourself and each other. Bye for now.